So this week we went over a lot. We're gonna be going over 4 topics that just go over motivation, and the different theories we learned about decision-making processes and motivational processes. So Herzberg's two-factor theory. So two-factor theory is the impact of motivational influences on job satisfaction, which was created by Frederick Herzberg. With the two-factor theory, there are 2 factors. There's hygiene factors, which is the source, which is sources of job satisfaction, such as salary or job status, which reduce job dissatisfaction. And then the other factor is motivators, which are sources of job satisfaction, such as achievement and recognition, which increase job satisfaction. So examples of hygiene factors are, salary and or job status. So, raises, increasing in wages, that has a major effect on employee satisfaction towards their jobs. In this case, it helps reduce job dissatisfaction. Why? You're getting paid more to continue doing your work. And like I mentioned from our last video reflection, who doesn't love money? We all work, yes, some of us like our jobs, but also because we need money. We work for money. So being able to get our pay increase to continue doing our work will make this individual or employee satisfied with their job, regardless if they had an issue, well, depending, but regardless if they had an issue in that workplace, But salary definitely has is salary is a hygiene factor that helps reduce job dissatisfaction. Another one is job status. So this has to do with like promotions, or for example, for me, at my first job, I worked as a cashier, but I was getting dissatisfied because I wanted more. I wanted to do more. I used my voice. I spoke to my management, and they moved me up to head cashier slash, I guess, manager assistant. I was in charge of the store's money. I was in charge of petty cash. I was in charge of cashing out all the cashiers, getting change from the safe when they needed it during the busy hours. Was helping with catering. I was helping with customer service. I did more, and it's definitely what I wanted because I wanted to step up. And it wasn't even about the title. I just wanted to do more, but at the same time, my pay had to match that. So when that happened, I became more satisfied with my job. So yes, job status, another example of hygiene factor. So for motivators, like I said, sources of job satisfaction are achievement and recognition. For example, I think I can speak for all of us, or most of us, but who doesn't love receiving a compliment or recognition from their management when doing a good job? Personally, me, I work at a night, I have a night job as a restaurant host, lead host. I kind of take care of the night. The managers trust me, the managers respect me, and the managers just, put their trust in me to get the floor plan ready, to make the sections for the servers, to make sure all the seating arrangements are done, and that we have more availability for any future walk-ins. This year has been one of the busiest years we've had, and for example, Christmas Day, I did work Christmas Day, and it was very busy, over 300 guests, and even though it was stressful, it was busy, it was hectic, it was stressful, annoying, frustrating, at the end of the night, we did it. It was over with, done. And before I left, all management complimented me on doing a great job for the night. Even the owner of the restaurant complimented me. I was even given free food for the night. Like, it's something small, but it impacted me because it meant something to me. You know, it made me feel like I was doing something right, and you know, just made me more satisfied with my job because even though it's just a small little side gig or a small little side job, it's, you know, I'm being recognized by management for doing my job, for doing a good job. So, yeah, I'm more satisfied with my job, just knowing that my job is recognized and, you know, not worship, but appreciated. There you go. Yeah. So, next topic. We're going over 3 theories. So, McKelland's acquired needs theory was developed by David McKelland, stating that our needs are shaped over time, informed by experiences. So, his theory is separated into 3 categories: the need for achievement, so to succeed, you know, to excel; the need for affiliation, you know, belonging in a group, to be liked, to be one with, you know, the group; and the need for power, so to control and influence the behavior of others. Now, with the need for power, there is 2 separate parts into that. One of them being institutional power, so, you know, benefiting the business and organization. And then there's the bad one, which is personal power, so using power for someone's own personal gain. Maslow hierarchy of needs, can't pronounce that, is consisting of 5 levels of psychological needs. It starts from low level to the higher level, starting off with physiological, that contains breathing, eating, sleeping; safety, which security of health, family, resources; love and belonging, which includes friends and family; esteem, so confidence, achievement, respect of others; and self-actualization, which includes morality, creativity, and etc. And the third theory is ERG theory, which was developed by Clayton Alderfer, and it's basically a simplified version. Oh, I was explaining it as a simplified version of the hierarchy of needs. But it's simplified into 3 categories: existent needs, related needs, and growth needs. Now, which of the 3 theories do I think provides more useful and, you know, more useful information and reliable, I guess, strategy to use for human development and motivation? I would have to go with Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. Reason being is because it's separated into 5 categories, lowest level to highest level. So it's like a ladder. So you start off at the bottom and you go to the top. You know, going from physiological to safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. So with it being the pyramid of steps, it's already a map of how to, you know, get to the higher level of the physiological need. So, psychological need. So, I believe it's a more easier and thought out process to improve, you know, human development and motivation. So, our third topic, it's more of a scenario. So, assuming that we are the manager of an auto dealership and our salespeople are achieving the goals that they set themselves, for weekly car sales. Automatically, just hearing that, it sounds like a good thing. But I have to think about this because it sounds like a good thing that everyone is meeting their car sales, their weekly car sales. But what I was thinking is, what are the weekly car sales? Does everyone have the same weekly car sales? Is everyone trying to get to the weekly car sales? So, for example, obviously I don't work in a car dealership, so I don't really know how this works. But say the weekly car sales goal is $5,000, or okay, $10,000. Are the employees actually, going out there trying to get customers, you know, giving it their all, trying to get the sales in, trying to influence the customers, to buy a vehicle. Yeah, so are they actually trying to get any sales is one. And two, what are the car sales? Like, what is the amount of the car sales? I know I said, for example, 10,000, but what if everyone is making their own car sales goal? So one's doing 10,000, one's doing 8,000, one's doing 5,000. And hopefully nothing goes below that, but that's what I'm trying to say. What if everyone has a different car sales goal? Which isn't fair to everyone, I guess, because someone could be striving for the highest number and still haven't met their goal, but this person met their goal, but it was the lowest goal number, I guess you could say. So that being said, I feel like that's why it would be a problem, because I don't know how to say the scenario, but say, like I said, say everyone's a different car sales goal number. It just isn't fair, and it isn't right for the company, because say the company itself has their own weekly car sales goal. The employees aren't helping, or the sales people aren't helping the business, because they're trying to do less, not do more. So even though it sounds like a good thing that everyone met their goals for sales, it really depends on how large the sales goal is. So if I was in management of the car dealership, I would set up a meeting with all the employees, let them know what the car sales goal is for everyone, and yeah, let them know that it has to be met by the end of the week, and I'll let them each choose their own car sales goal. Because from the scenario, it didn't say that we set it up, that the management set up the car sales goal for everyone. So I'm just assuming that everyone made their own car sales goal. So yeah. So last topic, we're going over perceptions of different perceptions. There's two different perceptions: perceptions of procedural justice and perceptions of distributive justice. So procedural justice is more on the fairness of the decisions made by decision-making processes and procedures. Distributive justice is more on the fairness of the outcomes, the results, of, I guess, the processes. So with these two perceptions, there are factors that, have a role in both of them, such as individual differences and social contexts, which affect the perceptions. And of course, there are two different perceptions. Like I said, one is is made by the decision-making processes and procedures, while the other one is more focused on the results and the outcomes. So, in order to avoid any inaccurate perceptions, organizations should, take into account the different factors that play, like for example, like I've mentioned, the individual differences in social context. And then they should also address the different perceptions and the values of those involved with, the perceptions.